Hello and welcome. All right, so we are going to do a full face of makeup today. Now, I've already cleaned my face. I've put some toner on my face. I've moisturized my face. Basically, I'm ready to go. The only thing I haven't done is conditioned my lips. So just like your face, your lips need some moisturization too, and that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of lip conditioner on here to help make them soft. That way when we go to put on our lip and cheek, which is the lipstick I'll be using for today, they'll be nice and soft. All right, so I like to call this our mommy makeup. If you've got a bag full of makeup, you're gonna go from a bag to this. It's amazing. And really, you don't need anything bigger than this. If you love eyeshadows, you might go to something like this, which is a double-decker, just like the one I showed you, or maybe you go a little bit bigger to something like this, which is a triple-decker. And basically, I keep all of our eyeshadows in here. They all should be full, but I was using something different and broke a few, so I need to replace those. Anyhow, we'll go ahead and get started. So what I like to do is get started with some setting spray. I don't generally spray the setting spray on my face. I actually use my Perfector sponge for that, and the reason is because this little thing is powerful. If you squirt it on your face, it's more of a line than a mist. So I just squirt it on my little spongy and then I put it all over my face. And basically what this does is it helps to keep the color on your skin. It works as a primer, basically. And something I really love about this makeup is I love my freckles. And it took me a long time to say that. I will not lie to you. But I do. I like them a lot. And with this, I'm able to keep my freckles without you seeing all my blemishes. So it's great. I'll go ahead and just keep on going, because if I just start talking on random things, you'll hear me do nothing else but that. So I want to go ahead and move on. All right, so I'm going to be using a few different brushes today. I'm going to use definitely my 3D brush. This is the go-to brush. It's really amazing, especially for those of you who have not used our brushes before. This one right here, which is our blush brush. It's beautiful. I love this end. It's just so soft, and I use it for bronzer. And then of course the other side can be used similar to the 3D brush, but the 3D brush has this little itty bitty end on it, and I like this for a couple of reasons. We'll get into that here in a bit. And then of course this brush, it's absolutely beautiful. It's our detail brush, and it does everything that you would want it to do, and then some. I do have my little line brush. It's got the spoolie on the end. I do my eyebrows with this brush, of course. And then our eyeshadow brush. This is pretty amazing too. We'll get into that a little bit more once we get there. And I have another brush, but I guess I'm not sure where it's at because I can't find it. All right, so if I find it, I'll use it. If not, then I'll use another brush. I'm totally down with that. All right, so I use this Stay Spray first. Next, what I'm gonna do is I wanna talk to you guys real quick. Those of you who have creasing when you put eyeshadow on, if you've got oily eyelids, you are gonna need a really good primer, okay? I can't recommend this enough. It's our eyeshadow primer potion. It's not ours, it's Urban Decay. Pick some of this up. I don't use it. It does nothing for me because I don't have oily eyelids. I don't have any type of creasing at all with this makeup. I know that everybody's different and everybody needs different things, so that's why I bring that to you to say, hey, pick some up. Otherwise, I just use my secondary highlight, which is my lighter. You see my foundation here, which is my all over highlight, my secondary highlight, which is my brightening or concealer highlight. And then I've got my contour over here. I actually need to get this in the oven and melt it so that it's solid again. And then my illuminator over here, which it's taken me a year to get down to that. And it's my favorite, so I use it most often. And then I do have a lip and cheek here. I have a color corrector here, my vanilla dust here, my lip conditioner here, another lip and cheek, and then of course my eyeshadows there. So everything you could need and then some, because I don't need to have 2 lip and cheeks in here. I choose to have them in here. I like them a lot. Now up to you on whether or not you want to use your finger or something else to put on your highlight here, or your primer. Basically this helps because if you look, I've got a lot of veining, and not that you can see that. Our eyeshadows are very pigmented, but this is more for helping the colors pop on your eyes. Also, it gives you the very light color that people are typically looking for up here. It's super pretty. And then hiding a lot of this. I've always said I've got translucent skin. Please forgive me, but I do. And you can still see through it, but it's definitely better. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is, normally before I get started, I have my mascara on and it's dried by now. So there's not a lot that I have to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and, well, I guess we'll do it in a little bit. I've got eyelashes that I wanna put on today too. I'm gonna use the smaller end of my eyeshadow brush, and basically I'm gonna take the lightest color, which is called Pup, and I'm gonna put it over my entire eye. It's a very light tan. On me, it probably doesn't look like much color, but I promise you it's there. It helps do a couple of things. It gives just a hint of color right above, well, you can see it. It'll be right above my crease color because my eyelids have such a intense crease there. You can't really see the color that's in that crease. So I don't really have a hooded eye per se, but I do have a hooded eye because, well, my crease is back there pretty far. It's interesting. A partial hooded eye. And the other reason why I like doing this is because it helps to blend, especially when you're brand new. Having these transition colors down first will help quite a bit. Now, basically what we're doing is we're contouring. You're contouring your eye. Just like your face, you need to contour your eye. And again, like I was saying, because the colors are very pigmented, I actually put the product in the corner of my eye first before I start blending it out. That way it doesn't look, or I don't put too much in my crease, because that's not what I want to go for. All right, now see how you can see just a hair? When I look at you, you can see right above. I know that it looks scary like this, but we have to do this in order for you to see it where I need you to see it. Now, those of you who have very hooded eyes, you want to make a backward 7 on this eye. Make your goodness, the corner, you want it up here. Like the corner of mine comes right here. Yours needs to be more up here. And that will actually help you make your eyes bigger. So backward 7. And this one would be obviously a forward 7. And I didn't do what I said I did earlier by starting in the corner. But I also didn't put on as much as I thought I had on originally. All the stuff in this video, everything, we're gonna hit it all. My friend's video, I was looking at hers, and hers is about 30 minutes. It's like, man, if I do everything I want to do, mine can be kind of long sometimes. The cool thing is you can go in there and fast forward through the pieces you don't need. All right, so I'm not looking at my phone versus my mirror. I have a hard time. I can't see it as well as in my mirror. So if you see me looking off or getting closer, it's because I'm not seeing it as well as I would like. Okay, so the next color I'm going to use is called Amethyst. This is a gorgeous purpley color. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. I hope you can. I'm going to get closer. And I'm going to keep it over here in the corner. And I bet a lot of you don't do your eyes first. I do my eyes first for a couple of reasons. It's so pretty. I love purple. One, this takes the longest. And then 2, if there's any fallout, do I have any? Nope, I'm not seeing any yet. If there's any fallout, I can wipe that off before I start my makeup, or I can hide it with my highlight. That's why we do it this way. So just in case you're ever like, oh, all right, I just want to make sure it's in the crease a little bit. And on a big chunk of my eye. Because that purple is really what I want you to see. And then, so my last one is going to be a shimmer, and it's called You Complete Me. I don't know why it's not stuck in there. And I just got some lip and cheek on my finger. Anyway, I'm going to use my finger, and I'm just going to swipe it across. You're going to get to see that really pretty, it's like a goldy pink color. Like a mauvey brown. It's really pretty. All right, I need to blend that in. Now we'll do the other side. All right. That's it for my eyeshadows. So I used 4 different eyeshadows there. Hopefully you could see You can see them well. I wonder if I can post the pictures on YouTube. Anyhow, there's that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my well, I wanted to use, oh, I've got another one. Got two. Okay, guys, so let me show you something. I'm going to show you a trick, okay? I'll show you this trick on my live, too, when you come to see that. This is a very cheap eyeliner and pencil, and the only reason why I bought it is because when I was first learning how to do the wing, I bought this, and I really bought it to be funny. I only used this piece one time because that's not, whatever it does is not what I wanted. So, or I was doing it wrong, which could be the case, who knows? It's me. So anyhow, this side is amazing. It's basically, it'll put the wing on there for you. It's not hard at all. It's very easy. Basically, you just find your waterline, and you are going to just touch it, and then I swipe it down. And I typically do my eyeliner really kind of thick, but you don't have to do what I just did. Like, I pulled it down and I basically made a circle is what I did. I pulled it. But you could just touch it and drag it down. You don't have to do all that I did. And I do that because I like to go all the way across. I like a super thin line. Now, another reason why I do it this way is because when I put on fake lashes, you will not see, because I use bigger lashes, you will not see my eyeliner if I don't make it big enough. So when you guys watch me put on the other eyeliner that I have to put on, you're gonna be like, ugh. I wear magnetic lashes, that's why. All right, so I'm gonna do the same here, and lately I've been having issues. All right, so I'm making a circle. I feel like I'm touching my eyeball. All right, so I made the circle. And as you can see, it's thicker. Now I come over the other way. And there's that side. Let me fix this up a little bit. I don't know why I worry about the corner so much, because when I go to put on my fake lashes or put on the eyeliner for that, it's a big pain in the rear. So what I'm going to do real quick is, Saint doesn't actually have mascara. We recommend Out. So really this is your preference. What do you like? If you need a recommendation, I've got a couple for you. This right now is my favorite and was recommended to me, and it's Better Than Sex by Too Faced. And the other one that I like a lot, because I suck with names, is Bang. It's a really good one too. But I think I like this one right now just because it's so thick. The wand is so thick. Like, I feel like I'm triple coating over and over again. And this is another reason why I already have the mascara on typically, is because Who wants to watch somebody put on their mascara? This is the easy part. We all know how to put on our mascara. Everybody does it, well, your own way. There's not a right or wrong way to do this. Some people only put on one coat. I like two. And another reason why I like this mascara is it seems like it immediately wants to separate your eyelashes. Now it looks like I have absolutely none. Before you couldn't see them. Now you could see them if I didn't have so much eyeliner on. But again, it's for my lashes. All right, I'm gonna fix my eyeshadow up here just a little bit. Basically, I'm just swiping back and forth, blending it out a little bit more. I went up a little higher than I wanted to too. There we go. All right, so I need to let my eyelashes dry, and we're gonna go ahead and do our eyebrows. Okay, so I have my line brush. Now when I do my eyebrows, I actually use our contour, all right? Everything that we have is double everything. You can use everything however you want. You can use our contour as a eyeshadow. So if you don't buy, you know, if you can't afford to buy every single thing, it's great as a brown color that or your crease color, if that's what you want to do. Depending on which one you get, if you get like our lightest color, Aspen, maybe that's more of a transition color. But depending on your skin tone will depend on, you know, what you can do with it. Now, I don't line my eyebrows. I just fill them in. I probably should line them, but I just need them a little bit darker so that you can tell I have some. Because in pictures, if I don't do this, you can't tell. And again, I am using my contour. I use Olive. I have a good friend who, she's a natural blonde, and she also uses Olive. Her skin color is different from mine. And this looks red in her eyebrows. So if you are looking at using your contour and you're just not sure, let me know. It doesn't typically pull red. It's just her hair, like I said, that natural blonde, and it's got red in the underneath of it. She's not a strawberry blonde, but she's a very pale-skinned, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl. So it just pulls red. Here we go. All right, so everything I just did, minus getting some magnetic liner on my lids, was the hard part. The easy part is putting on this foundation. You guys are gonna love it. It's amazing. It takes not very long at all. I'm gonna throw on this eyeliner real quick. Hopefully I can do it real fast. You can tell which is the magnetic because it's like a glossy. And it's not my favorite. I wish they'd make it a little bit different. I want to get the pen, but this stuff can be expensive. There's a pen and they want, I think, $40 for it. And magnetic lashes, to me, it's very easy. It's not a pain in the rear like the glue is, but then to each their own, because some individuals may not like everything that you have to do with the magnetic, like having to put on, you know, more eyeliner, and then you have to sit and wait. Have to. You can't just start putting it on. You can't wait 30 seconds. You have to let it dry. So that's why I'm like, okay, I have to get this on before I start my face, because if I don't, I mean, I could, I guess, do this, but it won't stick. I'll have a hard time with it, and life just won't be fun. And then I would be embarrassed. I don't want to be embarrassed. All right, let me get, and you don't want to get this stuff on your actual lashes like I just did. It's a big pain in the rear to get off. I have a hard time seeing out of my right eye too, for some strange reason. So when I go to put it on, I just have issues. So right now I'm just getting it off of the edges because that's where a lot of it went. See, it doesn't look like much, it's a lot. Typically I do have a micro cloth around me. Sorry. I don't know where it went today. That's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, shall we? On the easy stuff. All right, so here it is. Like I said, this is my foundation. This is my contour. This is my brightening highlight. Okay, this is Bella Bronzer. This is my illuminator. This is my lip and cheek. So I am going to take this and I am going to go into my contour, okay? Most important thing that you need to know is you do not have to put excess amount of product on your face, okay? Only this spot right here will have contour. We'll be blending, of course. You want to go down the corner of your eye up to your, oh, let's go back a little further. There we go. But you only need it in that spot, okay? And then again, like I said, we'll be blending out. If you mess up, does not matter. This stuff is blendable. You can, whatever goes in to fix it, like if you've got too much highlight, you can put a little bit of your primary highlight. If you have too much brightening highlight, I should say, corner of your eye. All right, top of there. We'll go ahead and go down our nose since I have some on there. Generally, this is not something I do. I don't contour my nose, but I will do it for this video. But like I was saying, don't be afraid to mess up. That is okay. Everything can be corrected. Our lip and cheek colors are very pigmented. You will put too much on your first couple of times. You will use your foundation or your primary highlight to take care of that. I'm putting a break in my nose. And everybody does the contouring of your nose differently, so I want you to know that too. Just because I do mine this way doesn't mean you'll do yours this way. And we can talk about that too, if you're interested. Okay. So I'm gonna be done with this. for now. And I'm going to put more contour. Now, you guys see how my part is, right? My part, it's a swoop down is what it is. So really, I don't have to put more over there if I don't want to. Even if I was to put my hair in a ponytail, it'd be the same thing. I would still have that part there. So I don't have to go up and do more there. We want it in the hairline, but we'll start doing that once we start blending. And then I bring a little bit down. And I do that because I have such a high forehead. And underneath the chin. All right, that is the contour. We are done with that piece. Easy, right? You might have to watch that a couple of times, but I have another video that's a quick go through. That way you're not having to go through this video that's already at 30 minutes. All right, so now what we'll do, we're done with our contour. I'm just trying to get the rest off my brush, really, is what I'm doing. All right, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do my brightening highlight before I put on my primary highlight. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I just want to, I'm gonna use small end. I just want to get this on real quick. So because I do have fine lines and wrinkles, I just dab and then pull up right there. That's also gonna help clean up any eyeshadow that you have down there. Okay, so if you get it all over the place, if you're one of those type of people, totally okay, then that's what that's good for. Okay, and then you bring it down the side of your nose. So triangle of light, which I got a little on my nose, and that's okay. Like I said, that's not a big deal. Again over here, and I'm going to pull up right here. This also helps with an eye lift. So it just makes that eye look bigger. Go down the nose and then triangle. All right, and that's the brightening. And basically what that does is that brings the light to the center of your face. Hence why we do what we do around our face. Okay, I am going to put some on right here on my forehead, chin, and in the middle of my nose. Well, yeah, I'll do all that in a second, but I am going to go to my primary highlight or my foundation, and I'm just gonna start blending. I want to be careful that I don't get into my brightening highlight, because sometimes I like to do that too. We'll just put it all on. All right, when you do your cheeks, circular motions up and back. And you don't want to blend it all off, which is easy to do. And at times you will need, and what I'm doing is I'm taking some of my primary highlight and I'm bringing it down to help and blend the makeup that I'm putting on my chin. That way we can get that off. Now that is a dark spot, so I will have to build that up a little bit. When I say build it up, I'm just not even really in my makeup. I just do a quick dot, dot, dot. That way in that spot, I have a little bit more coverage to help cover up some of that. Now those of you who have red faces, like have red from eczema, or you just naturally have that red tint on your face that you can't make it go away, Aspen covers that up really well. It's a contour, and basically what you're doing is you're taking that contour and you're just going over the red spot. So if you have red on half of your face, then you'd go over it to get it off. Red's so hard. All right, and now, again, I'm gonna take this up into my hairline. I don't have as much on this side because I don't need it. I have a little bit more on this side because I need it. And I don't really want to get it into my highlight too much, but I don't want a crazy edge, so I'll get into it a little bit. All right, and I'll put a little bit more of my primary highlight on again, and we're gonna go ahead and do this nose. Now, when I go to buff out my nose, I am not going to be hard on it. I'm going to just kind of stipple so that I don't pull all of that contour off, because if I rub too hard, I'm gonna rub it all off. I need to fix this spot over on the side. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do earlier, and I'm gonna put a little bit of highlight in the middle of my forehead. And just a little bit. I'm gonna put a little dot on the center of my nose. And I used to do a line down the center of my nose, but you see how I stuck that line in the middle? I don't have to do that. I did that because I wanted to do it differently. But generally, if you don't have that line, then you don't need, then you would just go down the center of your nose. Let's do a little right there. Each person's different on how they put on their highlight and contour. Okay, now I am going to get a little Bella bronzer. And I stipple. I never really go in. If you look, I've got a lot of holes in there because I don't just swipe my brush back and forth. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go down my neck because my neck is nice and freaking worked. I hate it. It's just annoying, really, more than anything. All right, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some Bella bronzer. And this, because the sun hits you right here on your forehead, okay? And then that's where basically it goes. Let me throw on, I'm gonna use my 30-second hack again. I'm gonna throw on my blush. Now see how pink that is? I have to be very careful. I don't want it to be crazy, and that looks like it could be crazy. Depending on the type of blush wearer you are will depend on how crazy you want it to be. I think it's pretty. I just like that color. And I'll do it again over here, and I need to clean my brushes really bad, so I apologize. You actually should clean your brushes once a week to get all the bacteria and dirt and all that other stuff, skin, whatever, out of there. The reason why some people get additional stuff on their face, like blemishes and whatnot, is because you do have a dirty brush, which I've got a dirty brush, so maybe that's why I keep breaking out. I try to switch between my brushes. Yeah, so clean your brushes. All right, so now that that's done, I'm gonna go back into my Bella bronzer and do my cheeks real quick. Now, I'm gonna do highest, and then the sides. Bring it back around, because I put a little bit more than I usually do. Again over here, bring it around. And now I've got that super pretty sun glow look. Makes my eyeballs stick out more. All right, and then once we're done with that, we'll just put a little bit of illuminator on, which is called highlighter in the world. We call it illuminator because our foundations are highlights. All right, so I'm just gonna stick it right here. And then again over here. And this is really just a really pretty pink shimmer is what it is. It's super gorgeous. So it's white enough up there, but I wanted to catch there and there. A little on the Cupid's bow. And a little on the end of my nose. And then, I want to go dark. Let's do dark. We'll go ahead and go dark. It'll match my shirt. It's not too dark. All right, there's that. And then I think all I have left to do is stick on my lashes. You guys want me to go crazy? Can't do those, it's too crazy. I use Moxie Lash. Moxie Lash is kind of expensive. My other go-to is the Kiss brand lashes. You can get them at Walgreens. They're typically $9 each. I would highly suggest you get those first. See if you like them before getting Moxie Lash. I've gotten lashes from Amazon. I did not care for them. I thought they were awful. And these like to go, like as soon as you stick them on, they are ready. Now my eyelashes are still a little sticky. That's a good thing. Because what I'm doing is I was pressing them together. And then all I do is I take my lash and the false lash and I put it up to help make it go up more. So, very dramatic. I know, but these lashes really aren't that big. They're about wore out though. I just got these too. I've worn them. Lashes typically only last for so long. That's what they look like. They're they're not too big. Not too crazy. I really wish I would have bought my tweezers though. As soon as they start sticking, they do not want to move. So the tackiness of your lashes helps to get in with or make one with the false lash. Does that make sense? Make one with? My jokes are terrible. I get that. That's why I'm not a comedian. Oops. That one is not wanting to stay on. There we go. Okay. So that's the finished look. That's everything on my face. I hope you like it. If you have questions, definitely make sure you get with me and I'll get them answered for you. And I will see you guys when we do the live. Bye.